Big Ten Conference bans Michigan football head coach Jim Harbaugh from sidelines over sign-stealing violations. The University of Michigan's head football coach, Jim Harbaugh, is suspended for the 3 remaining games of the 2023 regular season after the Big Ten Conference announced on Friday the Wolverines football program was found to have conducted an impermissible, in-person scouting operation over multiple years, thus violating the Big Ten sportsmanship policy. As part of the sanctions, Harbaugh's suspension includes Saturday's game against the Nittany Lions. In October, the conference announced the NCAA was investigating the program for alleged sign stealing. The conference said in an email on Friday addressed to Michigan's athletic director, Ward Manuel, it believed the university violated the Big Ten sportsmanship policy because a university football staff member engaged in an organized, extensive, years-long in-person advanced scouting scheme that was impermissible. Harbaugh will be allowed to attend practices and other football team activities, but cannot be in the stadium on game days, according to the conference's statement. Sign stealing, the practice of gathering information on the signs a team uses to call offensive and defensive plays, is technically not prohibited under NCAA rules unless electronic communication is intercepted in-game. However, in-person scouting is explicitly outlawed by the rulebook. We impose this disciplinary action even though the conference has not yet received any information indicating that head football coach Harbaugh was aware of the impermissible nature of the sign-stealing scheme, the conference's email stated, clarifying the sanction was against the university. This is not a sanction of Coach Harbaugh, it read. The conference said it recognizes that additional disciplinary actions may be necessary or appropriate if it receives additional information concerning the scope and knowledge of, or participation in, the impermissible scheme. After the Big Ten announced it was investigating, Harbaugh denied the program had illegally stolen signals, adding he and his coaching staff would fully cooperate with the investigation into the matter. I do not condone or tolerate anyone doing anything illegal or against the NCAA rules, Harbaugh said. I do not condone or tolerate anyone doing anything illegal or against the NCAA rules. The University of Michigan filed an emergency motion Friday night asking a Washtenaw County, Michigan judge to grant a temporary restraining order against the Big Ten after their decision to ban Harbaugh, according to the court's website. The emergency motion lists the Big Ten Conference and Commissioner Tony Petitti as defendants. It was not immediately clear when the court would rule on the temporary restraining order request, or whether the motion would have any effect on the ban. The university said it was dismayed at Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petitti's rush to judgment. Like all members of the Big Ten Conference, we are entitled to a fair, deliberate and thoughtful process to determine the full set of facts before a judgment is rendered, the school said. Today's action by Commissioner Tony Petitti disregards the conference's own handbook, violates basic tenets of due process, and sets an untenable precedent of assessing penalties before an investigation has been completed. In a statement obtained by CNN after the filing, the Big Ten Conference said it was disappointed that the University of Michigan decided to seek a temporary restraining order. Thanks for watching NY Sports News. Stay tuned for more updates.